There's outrage this morning across the country as well over some handcuffing of kids in school. It happened to two Kentucky school children. They had ADHD, and one of the incidents involved an 8-year-old boy who was caught on camera, and now the sheriff and the deputy who did it are facing a lawsuit. ABC's Lindsay Davis here with the story. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, George. A serious traumatic incident. That's what the attorney representing the children is calling what you're about to see, saying the children are still struggling as a result of being handcuffed, that they have trouble sleeping, and now have a fear of police.
Don't get to swing at me like that.
An alarming classroom scene caught on video. Watch as this Kentucky sheriff handcuffs an 8-year-old boy.
You can do what we've asked you to, or you can suffer the consequences.
This third grader crying out in pain, his hands behind his back, handcuffed for 15 minutes because of behavior which his attorney says is related to his ADHD.
Now sit down in the chair like I've asked you to.
He stands 3.5 feet tall, weighed approximately 54 pounds, and at no time is he ever a danger to himself or to anybody else.
The video, filmed by a school staff member, was released Monday by the American Civil Liberties Union, part of a new federal lawsuit just filed against this sheriff. The ACLU and attorneys for the parents alleging he subjected this and another child with disabilities to unnecessary and excessive handcuffing, claiming as a result they experience pain, fear, and emotional trauma and an exacerbation of their disabilities.
Handcuffs have no place in schools with little children who are having discipline issues.
According to the Department of Education, students with disabilities make up 12% of public school students, but they make up 75% of all students subjected to physical restraint at school.
It's your decision to behave this way.
Now the ACLU is calling for an end to this kind of discipline, saying it does more harm than good.
If you want the handcuffs off, you're going to have to behave and ask me nicely.
Using handcuffs as a disciplinary mechanism is illegal both in Kentucky and also federally. This morning, officials from the Kenton County Sheriff's Department say they will not comment until they review the lawsuit. George.
Okay, Lindsay, thanks very much. Let's talk to Dan Abrams about that right now. So handcuffing illegal. Does that mean this lawsuit succeeds?
Look, it's a heartbreaking video to watch. Look, here's the basic law in Kentucky when it comes to schools. Physical restraint only permitted when the child is an imminent danger to him or herself or to others. Mechanical restraints, meaning something like a handcuff, it appears are not supposed to be used in schools at all. And so the question is going to be, what's the remedy? Meaning, what I think the ACLU really wants here is to change the way this stuff is done, because they're saying that there are too many incidents where the police are using handcuffs, using these mechanical restraints, in particular when kids have disabilities, and they're basically saying that these handcuffs don't have any place in schools.
So how does the fact that the kids had disabilities in this case, how does that change them?
Well, look, that's one of the grounds for the lawsuit. They're basically saying, in effect, that the kids are being discriminated against because they have these disabilities. The question is going to be, can you actually establish a different standard, a behavioral standard for a child with attention deficit, for example, than another child? Can the school only take action in some way, shape, or form against a child who doesn't have that kind of condition? Those are going to be the tough questions that have to be answered. But I think the point of this lawsuit is to try to change the way things are done generally around the country.
So it could have a far-reaching effect. Okay, Dan
Yep.
Abrams, thanks very much.